Now, the interesting part to all of this is Michael Keaton as Batman, because Michael Keaton is kind of the straight man in all this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he is not outwardly weird. His performance is not over the top. He's actually very, like, it's a very subtle performance, and that's why I like Michael Keaton so much. I think he's actually
So
my
he's actually one of my more favorite Bruce Waynes, like of all the iterations of Bruce Wayne that I've seen. Like he seems very nonchalant. Like I just feel like he would be a good, like that's how Bruce Wayne would be. Versus like even Christian Bale's Batman. Like I know it's a persona and a facade, but he comes across as like a snarky rich boy. And I get that's the point, but like I don't know. I've always liked Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne interpretation.
It's funny, he's really grown on me over the years, and I think he's kind of like, he went from being like okay in my opinion. Like when I was a kid, I never really cared much for him or thought much about his performance. I always really loved the villains in these movies.
Of course.
But to me, watching it now, I'm like, I think he might be the thing that's actually tying this all together. Like he's the thing that stops it from going too far, right?
Yeah, I
Because
can see that.
he's the counterbalance to it all. And it's weird because again, he's like it's a weird character, and there are subtle touches to show you that he's not like just a normal guy, a regular guy. I don't know. There's something very like it's um it's not overthought, right?
Hmm.
Which is I think a lot of actors now when they deal like when they do Batman or any Batman character, they like try to lose themselves in the role. I feel like Keaton took a very different approach, you know?
Yeah. Oh man. I think it is like you said. It's like you got Penguin and then you have Michael Keaton, who's like he's not too far gone in the exaggerations or anything really. He's just there, but it complements things, you know? I think it's when he becomes Batman that you can kind of be like, oh, it's a little weird.
Yeah, but even
That
as
suit design has
Batman,
always been funny to me. Just the neck turns.
oh yeah. For a long time Batman couldn't move his neck. The Dark Knight could not move his neck. Um
Love that suit.
so like okay, so the perfect story to kind of explain everything I'm trying to say is on the first movie, you know, the famous moment, I'm Batman. In the script, he said something like, I am the night, or I am, it was like some serious, edgy crap, right?
Mm.
Block. And he said, can't I just say I'm Batman? And that's iconic now, but at the time, I mean, you think about it, it's like that seems weird. Like, that isn't that boring? Why would you just say that? You know, where's the gravitas in that?
It's
But
all about execution.
it's all about execution, and that's kind of like the beauty of it. It's the subtlety of it. Like he's a Batman that cuts through the crap per se. You know, like he's just there to either fuck you up or save you.
You know, it's funny you say that. A lot of people, whenever they talk about, oh, I'm Batman, they always quote Christian Bale's Batman. But it's funny because, like, it all really did start with Keaton's Batman. A lot of people tend to forget.
Yeah. And so the interesting critique about these Tim Burton movies is that they feel like Tim Burton didn't care about Batman. He only cared about the villains, and the villains steal the show. And I used to agree with that a lot more than I do now. Because while I would like more balance in this movie, at least, between Batman and the villains, I really see what Tim Burton was going for more. And I think what he liked about Batman is that he is this outsider. He is this complete loner, right?
Mm,
It's
right.
interesting because the Penguin and Catwoman are people who feel lost and are trying to fulfill that feeling, where this Batman seems really content in his solitude.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think that like, that's the quality I was trying to speak to. He seems very content, you know, tormented, but he's found a way to make peace with it.
Right. No, I
Uh,
like that.
yeah,
I didn't really think about it in that way.